What are you doing? It's recording.
There's no one there.
You're a strange person sometimes, you know that? This is KUGAN CASSIUS Rifle TV in association with Macklin's Gym, Marbella. High stakes, final press conference here at Grosvenor Casino ahead of Saturday night. How are you, first of all? Forget all the boxing talk.
Very good, thank you. How are you?
Not great.
No, why?
It's been a long, tiring week, and it's not even finished yet.
No.
I love it, really.
But you got something to look forward to at the weekend, don't you?
Should we just talk about Anthony Collis' trousers first?
Well,
Right there.
yeah.
Sometimes.
Is he missing a couple of inches there?
I'd say he's missing at least 3 inches there. At least. Not a good look, that is it?
Well,
He's the one with the fashion look, coming in all sharp and that.
the poster boy look.
Yeah, but when that camera zooms down to his feet,
It's all over.
it's it is, isn't it?
We'll ask him about that anyway. I spoke to you last week. Not a lot's changed since last week, really. Mindset. You've grown a little moustache.
No, I've not grown a mustache. I'm just, what do you call it? I'll have a shave on Thursday, so it saves me doing it twice. And
I know about this mentality.
yeah.
I know about this mentality.
But listen, you really think I want to walk around like this? Is pathetic. I
It's
can't
alright.
grow one.
It's alright. Had the ears on to you. Head to head with Kiko today. Seen Kiko obviously at Frampton Waynes before, do the old cutthroat sign and get rolled up, but it means business when he comes over here. Listening to him obviously talk through an interpreter about not afraid to travel, and that's been testament in his career. He's had to go where he's had to go.
We know what he brings. We know, he's not bothered about travelling. He's travelled all over. As a world champion, he travelled as well. He travelled to win it, and he travelled to defend it. So his game, we know, he's ready for it. But he's not going to be. Well, he thinks he's ready for Saturday night, but he's not going to be ready enough. I know what I've got to do. The way I've prepared in the gym, I say it all the time. This is the best training camp I've ever had, but it's the best place mentally, physically. But more, my skill and my boxing with me and Joe's worked on improving my technique and all little finer details of what will make a massive difference in my technique and my boxing skill, my ring craft, everything. And I feel like I've improved 20-30% since the last fight, which is a hell of a lot. And he says he's expecting the best Scott. Nobody's ever seen the best Scott Quigg. And I do believe on Saturday, though, the way I've been performing, it's the best I've performed in the gym, so I'm expecting a real top performance on Saturday.
A couple of people in boxing I spoke to, not that I really need to tell you this, think that Kiko's will beat you Saturday night. Do you know what? When it was first announced, I thought to myself, I fancy Quigg quite comfortably, but as weeks been going on and been thinking about it, I'm not saying he's going to lose Saturday, but I think it's not going to be an easy night.
I'm not expecting an easy night, and if you would have been in the gym and followed me 24/7 for the last 12 weeks, you'd know that, and the first fault, it'd still be your same fault.
Okay.
So I'm expecting the toughest fight in my career. I'm expecting to have to dig deep every round. The way I've trained for it, the way the sparring we've brought in, the quality of them all, I'm confident, very confident, but I'm not overlooking in one bit. I know it's a very, very dangerous fight, and I've got to be switched on at all times.
What's your opinion on one fight that's been made and another fight they're talking about? First of all, Santa Cruz versus Abner Mares. What do you think about that?
Good fight. Good fight. As a boxing fan, it's a fight that I want to see. I do think, though, that Abner Mares will beat him. I think he'll be...
Do you?
Yeah, I do think he'll be too strong. And where Santa Cruz likes to overwhelm people with his size and his strength that he gets away with at super bantamweight, he won't have the same effects up at featherweight. And I do believe that Mares is the better boxer, and he's got more to his game.
That's quite interesting. Rigo
And the bigger puncher.
And the bigger puncher. Rigo and Lomachenko. Talking about that fight, I don't know.
If that fight gets made, it's a real interesting fight. But I would go with Lomachenko only because I think it'll be more. He'll be busier and it'll be the more aggressive. But again, Rigondeaux, and I think he hits harder. Lomachenko is the bigger fighter, naturally bigger fighter. But it's a fight that if you asked me to bet on, I wouldn't like to put my money on it.
Great fight though if it does get made.
That's a fight that for boxing purists. Do you know, you're going to have people that would, it's not going to be. A boxing fan will think, what a fight this is going to be, because they want to know and see who wins. Do you know, and that's where probably the average public it wouldn't capture that, because no one's heard of him as much as like a more mainstream line name. But as a boxing fan, that's a fight that I would, if it gets made, I'll be really looking forward to watching.
Certainly hope it does get made.
What about Shane Mosley Mayorga?
Do you know what? I saw that the other day. 2.
On pay-per-view that as well.
Is it really?
Yeah. So you know.
I don't know what Mosley's got left. We'll have to see.
What's Mayorga got left?
No,
what Mosley's got left. It's what Mayorga got left.
What the pair of them got left, we'll have to see. But listen, if they're up for it, why not?
That's the thing with boxing. Once it gets you, it's there's nothing that can replace boxing. That's why I live like I do. I don't get any more enjoyment out of. Nothing could give me as much enjoyment or as much as an adrenaline rush as boxing, and that's why I do believe that fighters find it hard to walk away.
Yeah, I had that problem when I retired from the sport many years ago, before I started holding a camera. Why are you laughing?
Oh, I just remember. You
remember my amateur days, didn't you?
Yeah.
Sad times.
Super heavy back then, weren't you?
You prick. Alright, well listen, Scott, thanks for talking to Eiffel TV. Weigh-in is on Friday. Always confusing because press conference is usually the day before the weigh-in, but weigh-in's is Friday. Saturday night, it should be a great night in Manchester. Hopefully you and Anthony pull off your wins, and like I said, Joe's got 2 belts, world titles, come Sunday morning in the gym.
Yep. Me and Cole with the WBA belts, and he can have his as the George belt, what he's got around his waist at the minute.
I'll tell him you've said all this stuff. Scott, thanks for talking to us, and we'll catch up with you soon.
Thank you.
Thank you, mate.